Welcome back
back to
to
the
the formation.
Yeah. My name is Viv. Viv Talks Fast Cars on Instagram and TikTok.
My name is Kira, Fast Car Kira, TikTok and Instagram. And we're the Formation Yacht Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. We're currently working on Apple Music. I'm looking at Amazon right now too, but I don't know who actually uses Amazon for podcasts.
So anywhere that you can listen to something, we're trying to be there.
We're trying to be there. Apple has a whole process to be there.
Apple, I don't know what's going on with you, y'all. I don't know what's going on with Apple.
It's been a couple weeks.
Hold on.
It's been a couple weeks since we recorded. Kira went to a race. Viv went to IndyCar adjacent things.
Yeah, and I feel like we also needed to have like a little break because I feel like the triple header was like go, 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 go for us. And we went through a bunch of other things, but we needed that break.
And we had a lot of good opportunities within the triple header, but then like right after we got to do our Connor interview, and that was kind of like
the peak. Yeah, literally. We were like, oh my god, we hit our peak.
We posted that episode and disappeared for 3 weeks because we were like,
this is it.
That's it. That's the whole pod. What are you wearing?
I am wearing my Celso Neto hat that we got from him in Daytona, which was insane. Really great trade for a bracelet. That's a really great trade, just gotta say. What are you wearing, Miss Kira?
I have my Formation Yap hat on. She's getting really beat up, but I also have my...
Oh, yes, Andretti. That shirt was everywhere. When I tell guys, Kira was on a media tour.
I was on a media tour in Long Beach.
Kira was everywhere. Like, you would go into anybody's Instagram, like Andretti, Arrow McLaren, and all that stuff, and you would see Kira, and it was so fun. I was like, oh my god, that's my friend.
I was on Andretti's Instagram a couple of times. Louis Foster.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Arrow McLaren. You can see me in the background of an IndyCar post. But I had someone message me on TikTok and they were like, girlie, who invited you to Long Beach is crazy. And I was like, I bought a ticket. I don't know why I'm here. But yeah, this shirt, like, I forgot I was wearing it.
Yeah, that one was like the main highlight.
I forgot
I loved seeing like how everybody was reacting to Kira being everywhere, and I was like, yeah, of course she's gonna be everywhere. Look at her, she's iconic.
I forgot I had this shirt on, and I was at the autograph session in front of Marcus Ericsson, and he was signing my jacket, and the social media girl was behind him, and she was like, let me get a picture of that shirt. And I was like, why? Like, I was like, my jacket's the main piece here. And then I looked down and I was like, oh, of course.
Of course.
And then Marcus Ericsson was like, that's me. And I was like, yes, here you are, Marcus.
Yes.
Right here.
Yes, Marcus, you're right here.
But yeah, Long Beach was a good time. They fixed a lot of the issues from past years, so I think it worked a little bit better from a fan perspective, I guess.
I feel like, from my perspective, I feel like you enjoyed that like a whole lot more. Like, we had so much fun, like, in like St. Pete and all that, but I feel like you like I felt like you were like more relaxed and you enjoyed it a lot more. It was
I think because, I mean, it was my 4th IndyCar race of the year, which I know, like, that's crazy. There's only been 5 races. That's crazy for me to say. But, part of it, Long Beach is my favorite race of the year. Like, I love going to Long Beach. They do such a great job with fan stuff and, you know, the atmosphere of it. And I think it's one of the best tracks as a fan because they have the convention center and they have all of the vendors and sponsors and booths and things that you can go walk around and see. And then you walk out of the convention center and the track is there. And it's
Oh,
not
so
this
everything
yeah,
everything is inside. Oh,
almost. Like there's stuff outside still, but a lot of it's inside and it's
like the
very
signage and stuff like that.
compact. Yeah, so it's very easy to navigate and it's like you can go in the convention center for 5 minutes to breathe, get water, go to the bathroom, and then you come back out and you're not missing anything. It's very easy to see the track right there.
That sounds
So
so
that's
fun.
part of why I've always loved it. Because I feel like all the other tracks, you're like walking miles and miles and miles, and we still walk a lot. You're still walking a lot in Long Beach, but I feel like it like they just do a better job of like compacting it a little bit that it
Yeah.
kind of
And I feel
you
like
get the whole
California is
atmosphere.
I feel like California is also like such an event
Yeah.
place.
Oh yeah.
Like they know how to do events and they
Yeah.
know how to keep people happy. But I didn't know that the signings and everything was like all inside.
Well, it wasn't. So 2025, it was outside, and that was the unique thing about Long Beach was it was in the autograph session for the IndyCar drivers was outside in the paddock. So the paddock is free on Friday. I don't think it is anymore, but it's free for a period of time on Friday. And it was right before that autograph session, so people could go get in line. And you just had to pick a team, and you would go wait in that team's line. So if you
Oh,
wanted to do McLaren, you only really got to meet the McLaren boys rather than the setup table where there's like 12 random drivers.
okay.
It caused a lot of issues 2024, 2025, 25 especially because like people would try and get in line early and there was no signage or anything, so people were fighting. And that's my 2025. Me and my friend were like, we're gonna go get in line for McLaren because it's gonna be busy. So we went and got in line. It was during like practice one or something. So we were like, we'll miss practice one. We'll go get in line in front of the McLaren garage early so we can meet Pato. My friend loves Christian Lungard, so she was wanting to meet Christian. And there was like 6 people already there, so we get in line behind them and we're like, okay, this is the line. Arrow McLaren right here. These 6 people are first, then it's us, then and everyone kept getting in line behind us and there was like 100 people in line. Well then
Sorry. This sounds like your origin, like your villain origin
no,
story.
literally what this is the closest I've ever gotten to actually like physically fighting somebody. Our line is here. The garage is here. Our line's here. 100 people. Easily 100 people in line already. A girl comes up and gets in line this way. And so the guy in front, it was like a guy and his daughter were in front of us. And, you know, he went dad mode. And was like, hey, the line's over here if you're trying to get in line for McLaren. And she looks at him and goes, there's no sign. And he goes, no, there's 100 people in line. The line's over here.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I don't, like, who told you that? I'm in line. I'm the first in line. And he was like, no, you're not. And so then all of us, like, are getting pissed because we're like, what the hell? Like, we've been standing here for 2 hours now. There's no way you're going to form a new line. Well, Girlie decided to not move. And so we were like, okay, we'll just wait for security. Like, security normally comes to start, like, making sure everyone's ready to go and whatever. And then, like, all the drivers come in from practice one. So, like, security tries to be really good about, like, making sure people aren't tackling the drivers or whatever. But, so security comes over. And somebody in my line, the correct line, the real line, goes, hey, that girl started a new line. Like, the rest of us have been standing here for far longer than her. Security looks at her. Well, now the problem is, our line's over here, 100 people. Her line now has, like, 20 people in it. So security looks at her and goes, oh, like, I can't do anything about that. Like, and so we were like, no, like, you have the power
You're
to
literally
make,
security.
yeah, we were like, you're
Literally
security. And I mean, again, McLaren, if not the most popular team, like the second most popular team in the IndyCar paddock. Like, everyone wants to meet Pato.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to meet Pato. Like, so, like, it's already crowded. There's still, like, 40 minutes until this autograph session. Like, and we're like, no, like, now's the time to do something about this, security man. And he's like, no, like, I can't do anything. And he was like, we'll just zipper the line when it comes to it. And we're like, no, like, we were waiting in line for like an hour and a half, 2 hours until that girl got here. You need to tell her that she's not in a line. And he was like, well, there's a line there. And we were like, you're security. Like, of all the freaking people that could do something about it,
It's you, y'all.
it's you. Make a decision. And so, like, I had friends that weren't even that far back in my line that didn't get to meet the McLaren boys because security then messed it up and, like, the two lines merged. And then you had, like, the dumbasses that were just walking around the paddock and then they'd go, oh my god, Pato, let me go train, like, in my whip, get in there. And then they didn't have to wait in line. So, long story short, that was a mess in 2025. It was hot. I got so sunburned. Like, we were standing there for hours. This year, it was in the convention center. And they were ready for it. Like, they had ropes separating the two lines. They had, and then it was in a ballroom. And the line started outside of the ballroom. So then, like, 20 minutes before the start of the session, they, like, came and opened the doors. And they were like, okay, go in. And you couldn't go anywhere other than inside of your, like, roped off area.
Yeah.
And then even when you, like, got through the line, did the driver's signing, and went to go out, you couldn't go over to the second line. Like, you had to leave the ballroom. And then if you wanted to get...
They run a
So
strict program.
they were on a strict program. It was so not... Like, it was the best session run I've ever had. It was fantastic. So I don't know who got a raise or who stepped up in 2026, but they need more money. Like, let me... They need to be paid more because they fixed that. And it was inside. So we, like, went up early and laid on the ground outside of the convention or outside of the ballroom until it was, like, time to actually...
Sounds like a dream. I bet you were, like, under AC and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it was so nice.
Meanwhile, the trauma from, like, Texas.
Yeah.
The trauma from St. Pete.
So, yeah, I don't know. It just felt nice. Like, this is the third year I went to Long Beach, so I felt so much more relaxed. Like, I wasn't as frantic. And then I'm like, I've met all the drivers before. Like, I wanted to, like, see them and, like, interact with them, obviously, but I wasn't as, like, frantic to find the 4 specific drivers that I want to find or whatever. Like, except for Arthur Leclerc.
No, that
was a little frantic.
That one was bonus.
The second, like, we had this whole plan for the day, and then someone calls me and they're like, you're never gonna guess who's in the paddock right now. And I was like, who? Like, who could possibly be here that I'd care about? And they were like, Arthur Leclerc is here. He's in a gray t-shirt. And I was like, and I'm like, we gotta go. Like, I was like, Lauren, we gotta go. And she was like, where are we going? I was like, no, we gotta go now.
We gotta wrap it up, girl. We need to run.
And Lauren was like, I thought we were going to the grandstand. And I was like, we're not anymore. We're walking, keep moving. And she's like, what's going on? I was like, Arthur is here. And
meanwhile, I'm getting like 10 text messages per minute. I'm getting updates. And I'm like, what is going on? Trying to search in social media to see if I find him.
I was like, get your crystals out, guys. Like, we're manifesting that. So, yeah.
That was so good.
That was insane. Like, literally. And I like saw him and took a picture with him and everything before a lot of people knew he was there. And I was so happy because the rest of the weekend, every time we saw him, he was like completely mobbed. And so I was like, I'm so glad I came across him, like, kind of early, where, like, I stopped and got to talk to him for a second, and was like, oh my god, like, come over to IndyCar, like, we would love you in IndyCar, and he was like, ha ha ha, or however the French laugh. he was like, "Ooh, like okay," and then I was like, "Yeah, like Dale Coyne would be a great name for you," and he was like, "Haha, take the fucking picture, bitch."
Yeah, I remember like that was crazy. Like Andrea and I obviously didn't go. We were living vicariously through you. So, but especially me, I was like stalking you on every single day. I was like looking at my sim on Find My. Um, but I was like, this was Kira's weekend. She's chill. She's taking pictures. She's in every social media platform. She's like,
In a
she just
two-seater.
yeah, in a two-seater. Um, she's in a two-seater. She just met Arthur Leclerc. I was also jealous because I texted you at one point. I was like, oh my god, Julian Solomita is with McLaren. And I was like, I don't even know if you know who that is. For me, it's like a big deal. But I was like, oh my god! I was like freaking out at home, texting you. I was like, girl. And I was like,
Even
oh,
like Fred
this is
Vesti
Julian.
was in the coffee shop that
Ah,
morning.
that was another one. I was like, oh my god. And Kira was like, should I buy his coffee?
I was panicking, like, because we like ordered and we were standing there waiting for our coffees, and he walked in with somebody, and I was like, what do I do? Like, because I don't like interrupting them when they're in public. Like, I don't want to bother them, even though I know some of them enjoy it. Like, I know some of them are like, oh yeah, like, I'm recognized, like, I'm cool, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, he was, like, standing at the counter, and he was about to order, and in my head, I was like, do I buy his coffee? Like, is that my way to, like, be like, oh my god, I love you, like, coffee on me, even though you make probably quadruple the amount of money I do. But, I didn't buy his coffee. I'm so sorry, Fred. Fred, if you see
Friend
this.
watching this and be like,
Fred, if you see this, I'll get you next time.
bestie, we would love you on the pod, please. But yeah, that was a wild weekend. That was like so much fun, like seeing you and like getting the updates.
Yeah,
Like I had so much fun.
it was a good weekend. Everybody hates on Long Beach, and I get it. It's kind of like it was kind of a boring race.
Yeah.
And I
Not gonna-
mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, I saw hope for like 5 seconds when Fro was in front
Mm-hmm.
and the whole thing happened. Which also the push to pass thing. What the heck? And then all
nothing
the
happened.
drivers, are like, I
didn't press it.
didn't
I'm
press
innocent.
I'm innocent. And it was just like a whole thing. That was so funny. I feel like so much happened in these weeks, but like we haven't been like able to like fully sit down and get through all of the events. But yeah, Long Beach. Yeah, the moment that I saw the Palou this was me watching the race. I was like this, staring at my TV. And the moment that I saw Palou was in front, I literally texted you guys. I was like, okay, I'm going to take a nap. Just wake me up if something else happens. And then nobody texted after that.
I drove home Sunday night, so we left before the end of the race because I was like, I have work Monday morning. I can't. I can't stay for this whole race.
Okay, we know. Like
And-
we've been told this story before.
So we were listening to it in the car, and then it was like, Palou passed Fro in the pits. Oh no! And I was like, okay, we can turn this off.
Okay. You're like, okay, wrap it up.
I'm like, yeah. We've read this book before.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Hang on. Harvey is digging for something, and it's driving me crazy.
Harvard.
Harvey, come here. Ow. Oof. Thank you. Okay. And then we
take another
have...
picture real quick because my hat, you can't see my hat, and it's
You
like
have to edit this part then.
Okay, that's better.
Okay. You're editing this week now then. Nolan had biggest mover, which is definitely what he needed for his contract. Did we even talk about that? Controversial. Then, was it, I think it was Tony Kanaan came out and was like, I don't want Nolan or Christian to worry about their contracts. Like he said something like that. He was like, I just want them to focus on driving in the month of May. I don't want them worrying about their contracts. And I thought it
Bro,
was really I thought it was really interesting that he included Christian in that because I think everyone could probably agree that Christian has driven well enough this year
yeah.
that he could easily get at least another year at McLaren. Nolan has
I would give
been,
him a couple times on a couple years on that team.
yeah,
That man is driving.
yeah.
Dare I
So,
say, he's been the only papaya on the podium this year.
um,
So why would I know, huh?
uh, um, and that's like the interesting, and that's why I thought it was so interesting that TK said that and was like Nolan and Christian.
Yeah.
Is I'm like, was Christian ever in doubt? Was anybody like
That, yeah. I mean, we all know that Pato is practically an owner of that car.
yeah, pretty much.
He ain't going nowhere. I
would
mean,
be I would be curious though to see Pato drive another car, like because I mean we have David. We never really got to see him drive the McLaren before he was fired, but now he's doing fairly well in the Penske. So I'd be curious. Like I
you
mean,
want me to be
Pato's never done
controversial?
bad.
I'm like, you
This
want me to be controversial?
what?
If Pato leaves McLaren,
Hmm.
McLaren's gonna go in shambles. But here's why. McLaren is only this popular right now because of Pato and because of all the PR that they have done with Pato. I guess now people are like, oh my god, Munger is doing so good. And yes, McLaren has been in the popular teams, but I feel like if they lose Pato, they lose all the good PR, they lose all these things. Even though everybody's like, McLaren this, McLaren that, but it's not going to be the same. And
I don't. I almost disagree though. Like I mean, maybe they'd lose a little bit of PR, but I also think that it helps that a lot of people come over from F1 and they're like, oh, I like McLaren in F1. Okay, I like McLaren in IndyCar. Like I feel like, and then
could also be, but I don't know. I feel like the whole boom of Aero McLaren was heavy Pato based.
yeah,
So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I feel like they would lose some
yeah. I think they'd lose some, but I think they'd still be able to maintain it because I feel like there were for example, in Long Beach, there were quite a few girls who I met who were like, oh, like I've never watched IndyCar. And I was kind of like, oh, do you have a driver you like yet? Or do you have a team you like yet? And they're like, oh, well, I'm a Lando fan, so of course I'm going for McLaren over here. And it was like, most of them probably could say, like, oh, Nolan, oh, Christian, oh, Pato, or whoever. But, like, most of them were just like, oh, I like McLaren. So I think they would lose a little bit of their popularity, but I think it also, like, if they could bring in another charismatic 20-something,
Yeah,
I think they'd be fine.
it would have to be like a popular name.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna fill out Pato's shoes, it has to be with a popular name. If it's not a popular name,
Yeah.
then you're kind of missing out on the whole PR thing. I love how I'm talking about like how McLaren is not a thing, as if Christian is like not staying
Right by your head. Yeah.
like right on my head. But yeah, I feel like it was so wild, like Long Beach, and then every single thing that happened after. I'm like, what is this? Also, we just changing the subject a little bit and heading a little bit into the month of May thing. Catherine Legg, she's doing the 500.
Not official. Has not actually been announced yet.
This is AJ Foyt.
All they posted was lipstick, Viv. Imagine they post that elf picture of the lipstick, and then they're like, "We're so excited to announce, Kyle Larson," or something like, and everyone's like, "What?"
I hope Kyle Larson doesn't come into Indy again. Not to be that hater, but I will be that hater. I hope he doesn't do the 500 again. Who said that?
Jacob Abel was confirmed as well.
Oh, the thing is that Jacob Abel, that was like the how like everybody knew that it was gonna happen. We were all just like kind of just waiting till it popped up because Jacob Abel was everywhere. Like there's like events going on, and you would see here in Indy, and you would see him with the IndyCar guys, and I'm like, okay, at this point, y'all are just being obvious. Just announce it. He's here. Just announce him.
It's been pretty much confirmed that Prema is definitely not doing the 500.
Yeah,
even though they said that they would be back after 4 races. Originally, it was like the original rumor.
Yeah, Prema's not coming back this year, like at all.
Which I think that's part of the problem. It's just they switched to the charter system.
And also, I feel like Prema not being there, that was one of the reasons why it was so hard to find the 33 cars.
Yeah.
For the Indy 500. Because now it's like, oh, we don't have all these entries. Colton Herta is not going to do the entry.
Colton Herta can't race, yeah.
Yeah. And
that was the other news, is the F2 added 2 extra races to compensate.
Yeah.
Which means Colton Herta can't do the 500 because he will be racing in Canada. For F2.
Which is really sad for me. Yes, as a Colton girly, we won't be having him during the month of May, which is sad.
Logan
he
Sargent.
might be here doing Sancio.
Yeah, he might be. Logan Sargent is...
And Elm?
No, I was gonna say,
no.
he did a new... Yes, WEC.
WEC, not
in
Elm,
Ford. In Ford. But did you see his interview that he did?
No.
He did a recent interview, and it was like, he was like, I did not enjoy F1 by the end of it. Like, he was like, I knew it wasn't what I wanted to be doing anymore. Which I just, you know.
We knew. Like,
yeah.
Like,
but I mean, it was Williams, too, that I think, like, a lot came out about how he wasn't being supported and he wasn't being given feedback. Like, of course he hated showing up to a race weekend to probably stand in the corner with a dunce hat on while Williams was working around him or something, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like he looks better. Like, I feel like by the time of end of his time at F1, like, he didn't want
to be there. Yeah. But you know what I have so much beef with his exit? Was that they waited till after the break. That one took me out. I was like, why didn't we wait? We were all expecting it to happen during that break.
But I also still don't understand why they brought Franco in early when they could have just let Logan finish the season, and then I guess Franco couldn't have gone to Williams. Wait. Yes. Okay, because Carlos... yeah. I was like, when did Carlos start? Carlos still would have signed, but they didn't... I'm assuming they didn't know that yet. Because there's a lot of different things about when Carlos actually signed for Williams. But I'm like, I still don't know why they brought in Franco at all. Like, Franco didn't do shit. Sorry. In that Williams.
I would like to say... that as a Latina, he did a lot for us. Bro, it's like, imagine you have a cousin and your cousin makes it to F1.
My cousin was Logan Sargent. as an American.
But that man was not having a grand old time. He wasn't.
I think they should have let him finish out the season.
I think that they should have cut him out the moment that they knew. Why did they even, like, he wasn't even doing great, like, which hurts because I love Logan. Hurts to say. He wasn't doing great that season. Why did you give him an extension if you knew that the past season he was also not doing great?
Exactly. Well, I don't think there were really any other drivers available. Like, I think that was part of the problem, is they really didn't have another driver available, and they were like, okay, well, it's better to put Logan in the car, who, has experience in an F1 car.
Wouldn't it be straight to the Mercedes reserve? Because Williams and Mercedes have that thing going on. So it would have went to Mick.
Yeah, but no one wanted Mick back in an F1 car.
It would have been fun to see him in an F1 car.
No one wanted Nick.
But okay, so and people want. Holy, do you hear that?
Why are we arguing about Logan Sargent in F1? That happened 2 years ago. Okay, moving on. F1 is in Miami. F1 is in Miami. This weekend.
I'm so thirsty. They changed regulations. They changed rules again.
I better hope it works.
At this point, I don't know what to expect. At this point, like, I love F1 so much. But this season, it's not it. Not it. Mostly because I do not like Mercedes. I do not like... Okay.
He has an opinion, too.
He does. I said Mercedes, and he started barking. He said, I am correct.
He said... He's a hater. He's a D1 hater.
I'm telling you. But it's like... Listen, I love Mercedes, but I don't love... I think my whole problem is George Russell, honestly.
I don't like any of them at this point. Total Wolf pisses me off. I think he's too deeply... I don't care that you think he's hot. Okay, you have daddy issues. That's the problem.
No, I don't. I have a
keep your daddy issues off of the pod.
No, ma'am. I just like older men.
Okay, we don't need to talk about the psychology of that.
I don't have daddy issues. My dad and I are best friends, so don't.
So, I like Toto is too deeply involved in the FIA and the whole Formula One world. And then there's George Russell, who seems to think he's on a reality TV show. And then we have Kimi Antonelli, who thinks
the worst personality also. Like, George Russell has the worst personality out of anybody in F1.
And then we have Kimi Antonelli, who crashes his, like, $30 million one-of-a-kind car going, like, 180 miles an hour. And
3 days after
that... And then a week after that, a video surfaces of him texting and driving in Miami last year. So then we have Kimi Antonelli, who should be, like, I don't know, in school or something. Like, who gave him a car?
I feel like this is the only way that I enjoy Mercedes, right? Hear me out. This is a big hear me out. I like that Toto right now is so involved with the FIA, but not in the F1 side. And it means that he is the one that could make possible for Dorian to be in F1.
Well, okay, yeah, but also he has a cheating car. Like they've already freaking proven that the car is illegal. That they had to change the regulations.
I know, but like I love that we always say that the car is illegal when they're winning, even though they are illegal. But it's so funny that the conversation always is.
No. Hold on.
We said that exact conversation with McLaren.
No. But I said the McLaren was running off of witchcraft. I never said that McLaren was illegal. I said it had witchcraft and demon blood in it. The only time I said that McLaren was illegal was in 2024 with their stupid mini DRS wing, which I still fully believe was a cheat. And I still fully believe Baku that year should have been Charles's, not Oscar's. 2025, I never said that McLaren was illegal. I said it's running off of witchcraft. That Mercedes this year, illegal.
Yeah, illegal.
Like, and also, I hate... Everyone's like, oh, it's a loophole. That's the point of F1. No! Loopholes are not the point of F1. The whole point of F1 is to develop a car within the regulations. Yeah. The loopholes are outside of the regulations.
If Adrian Newey couldn't even figure it out,
yeah.
Imagine, like, what the heck are they doing? But also, I knew that this season was going to go to crap. The moment that the whole thing of like, oh, Mercedes found a loophole and then they're just going to let them keep their engines. I knew from that moment that this whole season was going to go to crap. Because I was like, oh, the whole season is going to be Mercedes and their car and they're fully cheating and nobody's going to do anything about it because of how powerful Mercedes is. Which sucks. But apparently now they changed the regulations because they complained enough. And thank God for Max Verstappen being the one to be like, hey, I hate this place right now. This house is burning and I'm inside of it and I hate it. Which I feel like this season has made me like Max a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But in some ways, and in other ways, I'm like, okay, Max, you need to shut up now. But it's just like so annoying. But as a fan, I'm still gonna sit down through all of it, all the practices, all the quality.
I watched like none of it this year.
Well, I watched what we watched, like when we were together in Texas. I watched that, and then I kind of watched some, like.
Andrea and I were together for Australia, because that was while Phoenix was going on, and I got up and went to bed. Like,
yeah,
we were sitting on my couch, and I was like, "Good night, Andrea. Here's the TV remote. Here's how to turn the TV off."
When I saw, honestly, when Oscar hit the wall, that was one of my signs to start turning off the lights, start making my bed. And then I saw the whole that like Mercedes were just like too good, and then I was like, okay, time to go to bed. Night night. I have work tomorrow. I'm turning this off. I have work tomorrow. I don't care. Oh, I had a question though. When Long Beach, going back to Long Beach real quick, really fast. Long Beach is also IMSA weekend.
Yes.
How does that work with IndyCar?
It's honestly, this is a controversial take. I think IndyCar needs to stop combining with other race series for a weekend. See, he agreed. I said this during St. Pete. I said this during Phoenix. And I think it's why Arlington worked really well.
But Arlington was also mixed.
Well, they had
SRO.
Yeah. But that's so much smaller. I'm talking like the big boys. You know, NASCAR, IMSA. Yeah. Not like the smaller feeder series or the smaller, you know.
Meanwhile, there's Connor saying, make them more every weekend.
I don't think it, like IMSA this weekend, I think pulled so much focus away from IndyCar, and it makes the schedule so disjointed that I just don't think it works very well. Because, like the race, and I know part of why Long Beach was so late was because NASCAR was in Kansas, and NASCAR had priority TV time. And so that was part of why Long Beach was so late. But I think, like, they were trying to do too much in Long Beach because they had IMSA, they had the jumpy trucks, they had a historic race, they had Porsches, and I want to say they had one other thing, but it was like...
Wait, Zach Brown was in California, right? He was there.
He was there.
He was racing the historic.
Yes. Yeah.
Which, wild to say. That's a wild sentence to say.
But, like they had an IMSA race during the mid-morning afternoon, and then IndyCar qualifying was after that. So IndyCar qualifying wasn't until like 4 o'clock California time. And I feel like that's so late for a qualifying session. When they had practice 1 or practice 2 at like 9 a.m.
Yeah, to me it was just weird because IMSA is just endurance. Like, it's endurance racing. So you're just sitting, like, you're just making a 2-hour, 3-hour race, and then people are watching 2-3 hours of endurance racing, and then straight after that, boom, you're putting IndyCar, which IndyCar lasts what, like an hour and a half, or not, almost around 3 hours?
It was quali, so I think it's only like an hour, but
yeah, like an hour more.
Yeah.
Of IndyCars. People are tired.
Yeah.
It's in the afternoon. People need lunch. People
but then
like need dinner.
I want to know like how the drivers feel that they had practice at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they don't have anything else. I mean, they have things. They're doing data and they're doing meetings, and they, you know, some of them had meet and greets and whatever. But it's so many hours between practice and quali that I feel like it makes it so disjointed. And then even on race day, the warm-up was at like 10 o'clock. Then they had the historic race. Then they had Porsches, I think.
So they had the Porsche Carrera.
Yeah. Carrera, yeah. They had like an hour-long historic race, back to back with a Porsche race, and then like another hour, and then the race start stuff, like warm up, what like race procedures. And so it's just like it's so weird that I'm like, okay, we watch them warm up, they bring the cars back, and now we have 4 hours or 5 hours until the race actually starts. And I'm like you're the
That's a
main
full nap.
series here. Like, and people don't want to stay and watch the whole thing because you're going until 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night. And like we left early because we had to drive back to Arizona, which is kind of an extreme case in that point. But I'm like, I can't stay for the whole race if it starts at 3 o'clock and
I
I have
feel
a
like
6.5 hour drive home.
I feel like they should do like they did in St. Pete that, um, but not for the NASCAR, but like in the like we had IndyCar race in the morning, like well not in the morning, but like it was early enough,
Yeah.
and then in the afternoon we had the Masters,
Yeah.
and I feel like
And you can
that
stay for it if you want to
yeah,
stay
if
for it
you
kind
want
of
to stay
thing.
for it,
Because I'm
but
sorry,
like
like I loved seeing the Porsche. I love the Porsches. I
yeah,
loved getting to like see those race in Long
hmm
Beach.
yeah,
I didn't buy my ticket to see the Porsches race. I bought my ticket to see IndyCar, and it
yeah.
was cool that the Porsches were also there. And so I don't know, and like it was cool that IMSA's there too. And their paddock's open. You can go to it. They had their big autograph session. Their autograph session was during a practice session for IndyCar.
I feel like
So
okay,
it's like,
I gotta say something about my IMSA people. IMSA, what are we doing with these autograph sessions, and why are they always a mess? Like Daytona was a good one though. Daytona would like you knew where everybody was,
yeah,
but when I went to the Indy one, you could only do like at some point you only had an hour, right? At one point you could only do like one table because one team was here and then the other team was God knows where, and then the other team there was like another team so far away, and it's like what are we doing? What are we doing, and why are we all not like SRO did a really good job here in Indy. They just put a bunch of tables going on around,
yeah,
like it was like a circle of tables that they did, and they put all of the drivers, like it didn't matter, but like everybody was there, and people just went. Like even Valentino Rossi was there, Connor Daly was there, like they all were like all in that circle, so everybody could go, and the line was moving good because it was going in a circle.
yeah.
But yeah,
So
like I
I don't
don't know
know.
what's going on with IMSA. IMSA, please, this is
Yeah,
I
it's
beg, please
like
fix that.
it's cool that they do these weekends where you get like multiple race series at once, and
Mm-hmm.
like it was funny, Kalamila raced in Long Beach, but
Yeah.
not in an IndyCar, and so it's cool. But I sometimes feel like IndyCar doesn't do it in a way that still makes them the
The
star of the show.
star.
Like it doesn't feel like it's an IndyCar weekend. It's like, oh, it's a car weekend, and IndyCar is there, and IMSA's there, and Porsches are here, and the jumpy trucks are here, and the historic race is here, and it's like, let's
Yeah.
take it down
Let's
one.
get that.
Oh, and Super Drift, or Formula Drift was doing something, even though, like,
I didn't even know that was going on till Ruben popped into the messages, and he was like, "I'm so jealous of you, Kira."
well, they had a thing in Long Beach like the weekend before, and then they were also doing stuff during the race weekend. I don't know. We watched it. We were in a Bubba Gums watching it. Like, I was I was already having a marg, but like, I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
So I don't
But
know. I think that's one thing they need to kind of figure out, because that's kind of how it felt with NASCAR in both St. Pete and Phoenix, where it was like, this is supposed to, not Phoenix actually. That's always been a NASCAR weekend, and they added IndyCar in, but St. Pete has always been a IndyCar weekend.
I'm gonna say something controversial. We really didn't need NASCAR in there.
No,
We could have done with
did not care.
the Mazda Cup and IndyCar. Perfect. It would have been perfect because
And I would have,
Mazda
like,
also have like shorter races.
yeah.
And, like their process is like shorter, and then we have the stars being IndyCar. Why?
Why did we have NASCAR? And it's like Phoenix. Phoenix, in a weird way, they did a better job with the schedule, but they also did a worse job with the schedule because it also created like really weird gaps where it was like IndyCar practice at 8 a.m. and then nothing on track for the next 5 hours. And then all of a sudden, there will be cars constantly on track from 1 to like 9. And it's like, why did we have this 6 hour break in the morning?
Yeah.
And I know, I'm sure somebody's screaming at this, listening to us talk about this, where they're like, oh, the TV breaks, oh, the marketing, oh, you guys don't understand. I don't care, okay? I'm a
Y'all, I
fan
do
going to these
understand.
events.
I'm like,
I'm
I
a
do
fan.
understand. I studied to production. I do understand all of that. But it's still not a good experience when you're there and you're a fan and you're there for all those hours and then
And
you're,
there's weird ass gaps that have
yeah,
no explanation. I don't
yeah.
know.
Switching the thing around because we could talk, guys. We could, when I tell you that we could talk for hours about this particular thing because we're fans. We go to all of these events. Like we we want them to be better so everybody can have a better time. And we do enjoy it. We have so much fun. Like we do so many TikToks and like we love the racing and we have fun. But there's always things that can be better. You know what I mean? Um and I feel like IndyCar should take more suggestions about the fans. Or at the very least, listen to Graham Rahal talk about how we can make IndyCar better. He knows it.
Um, but F1 is in Miami this weekend. They're changing the regulations. FP1 is 90 minutes
That's gonna be
instead
crazy.
of an hour.
That's gonna be crazy.
F1 Academy is there, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be exciting. For the girls to get to race.
Wait, also this week happening, we got IndyCar testing for the Indy 500.
We do.
And
So
that's
lots of things
really
going
exciting.
on.
There's a lot. But yeah, IndyCar testing this week. And then we also have Miami for F1 and F1 Academy. Anybody else racing? I think. Is there a NASCAR race going
I'm
on?
sure somebody else is racing.
Somebody else is
You can
racing.
always find a car race.
Wait, I think Laguna Seca is also
Oh,
happening.
yeah. Laguna Seca.
Yeah, I'm gonna be paying lots of attention to that. Got Celso racing that weekend. We have Tyler with the Victor Gonzalez team racing that weekend. There's also Car 21 also is also racing. Samantha she's like Samantha Tran or Samantha Han or something like that? Yeah, she's also racing for IMSA, which I'm gonna be divided in 10 watching everything going on, which I'm excited. I turned a little bit into NASCAR. I Carson Carson won. We finally got a Carson win. That finally happened. But I'm not a huge NASCAR person.
Mm-hmm.
You know me how I like my IMSA and I like my endurance races and I like my SROs. And I feel like you're like IndyCar and F1. Are you like NASCAR?
I do and I don't. Like, I feel like it's more fun to go watch in person. Like, whenever we go to
Yeah.
Phoenix Raceway, it's like fun to go and it's fun to watch. But they
Mhm.
got a whole nother set of rules, man. Like,
Yeah,
they
they
got a
changed
whole.
yeah, it's like a lot of things to learn.
Um,
So yeah, and then that leads us into the biggest month in racing, which is the month of May. And
mhm.
here in Indy, we already had a few events going on, which is really fun to watch happen. Last year I wasn't living here. I was in Maryland, and I was like having so much FOMO because it was just so fun to watch everybody like everything going on. Yesterday was Indy 500 night at the Indians game here in Indianapolis. Nolan was there. He threw the first pitch, and like it was so cute. But like we met Nolan, and he hits me with one of these. I'm like, and I'm like, yikes! again. Oh, that when they talk to you about those type of things, or they say nice to see you again. How's it going? And it's like, oh, brother, I think we see each other a little bit too much now. So that's fun. They changed the signs now in downtown Indy. So instead of Maryland Street, you have, I think it's like Maryland Street. Who's in Maryland Street? Anyways, for example, it's not Maryland Street anymore. It's the Daily Street, or it's not the Polo Street, or like New Garden Avenue, whatever. And it's really fun. We also have, what else have I done? Oh, the card oh my god, that was really funny. So there was an event that was like card signing, like there were it was like collector's cards, and it was gonna be Marcus Armstrong, Fro, Jack Harvey, Connor Daly, and then it was also gonna be C-Ras, Rassy, obviously. Guys, if it's Rassy, I'm gonna be there. Rassy was also there, and then it was also Timek, Timothy Chow. So I did the card thing. Mind you, Connor Daly is announced, right, that he's gonna be there. The same with Jack Harvey. We show up. Oh, Connor Daly is not making it. And I like look at his stories. Connor Daly's in Pennsylvania, in Marco Andretti's house, and I'm like, okay, so why are we advertising Connor if he's not gonna make it? Anyways, but that was really fun. I got like I won a raffle, and I got like the mystery pack of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Open that. What card do I get? Connor Daly, and that is my essence. I walk in, Christian sees me, and he's like, "Oh, hi, nice to see you again." I'm like, Marcus Armstrong, he's so fun. I don't know what he's saying, but he did not want to be there. Like, he did not want to be there, and I found that so funny. He, like, was signing cards and stuff like that, but he was not having a grand old time. And you know what? We all have our days, buddy. It's okay. We all have our days, but that was really funny to see. Fro was so lovely. He's always such a good conversation. I've never had like a moment where I'm like, oh my god, he does not want to be bothered. He's always like such a sweetheart. And then, so Jack Harvey had flown in, but he had just made it from the airport. So we had already passed the line, and Jack Harvey wasn't there. So we had to go outside and go on the line again and do all the line ever again and go through. And Christian is like, you guys came around again? And we were like, yeah, Jack just made it. And he's like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to the bathroom. And then he left, and it was really funny. Because I'm like right in front of him, and I'm like, hop off, King? Like, go to the bathroom, I guess? Like, thanks for announcing it. That you were going. Very polite of you. And then made it to Jack Harvey. Jack Harvey. What a sweet man. I love him. Love a good conversation with Jack Harvey. And yeah, that has been the tea and the late of like being here in Indy. Everything is turning checkered flag. Everywhere is in turn now. If you look at our skyscrapers, our skyscraper is, our one skyscraper. No, the hotel already says Indy 500, and it's gonna have a whole thing of polo. And yeah, Indy's looking fun, and I'm gonna make a whole series on my TikTok about it. So please go watch.
WEC is also back in May. They're in Spa. May 7th through the 9th, so I'm very excited about that. They were also in Imola for the start of their season. When was that? Was that during Long Beach? That might have been during Long Beach.
Yeah, it was around that time.
So I'm very excited that WEC is back into swing too. I can't believe how long their break is.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like lately every single race, like, except for NASCAR being the exception, we've been taking so many long breaks. between races.
Well,
IMSA takes a long break between
F1,
races.
they have Miami and then it's like a 2.5 week break or something. Or like a
It's
3 week
yeah,
break
3 week. That's
between
crazy.
Miami and Canada. Yeah, Canada.
Max Verstappen is having a grand old time right now.
Which, I mean, the whole point of Miami and Canada being so close together was that so nobody had to fly back to Europe. Like, it was going to be an easier transition to go from somewhere in the States to somewhere in Canada. And then they put a 3 week long break, so probably most of the drivers and most of the team members are going to try and go home for that. Like, make it make sense. Like, they're, and then they have Monaco, like, right after Canada. So.
Which is like, I don't know. This whole calendar got messed. Oh, we got the Turkey circuit again.
Oh yeah, that was announced.
That's crazy. Which controversial, but I mean, let's see what comes out of that.
Yeah.
I feel like so many things have happened, but like also so little. Is it like, bro, like at some point, like the fandom is going stir crazy in TikTok. I don't even want to go into Twitter. I'm scared to see what I can find in there.
Yeah.
Like, people are getting bored, y'all. People are getting... So yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening.
Do you have a hot take?
Oh yeah, I forgot we do our hot takes. Hot take, guys. The car's illegal. Point blank period. No loophole. Like, loophole this.
I don't know if that's a hot
it's
take.
Illegal.
But okay.
Loophole this. Loophole that. It's illegal. Point blank period. That's my hot take. Do you, Kira?
My hot take is if you're gonna build your entire platform off of enjoying F1, you shouldn't post videos talking about how much you hate F1.
The same going on with IndyCar. If you build your whole thing on loving motorsports and loving IndyCar, but then you just out of nowhere start saying things about how much you do not enjoy IndyCar or do you not enjoy certain people in IndyCar, but then it comes back and IndyCar is being popular again, so you start again making content. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
We had a whole conversation about this first.
We'll revisit this in a minute.
We'll revisit this.
I think okay.
Like
on top of that, I think it's okay to transition your content. I think it's okay to post about other things. I think it's okay to transition into talking about your other interests and your other things and talking less and less about motorsports. But if you're going to post a whole video about how you don't like F1 anymore and how you're disappointed in it as a fan, and then your very next video is how you're excited to go to the Miami Grand Prix, I think that's a problem. Like, I think you're crazy. I think that's the problem with content creation right there.
And also branching a little bit of that. Teams, this is for you.
Oh, yes.
I promise you, there's more than the same 4 people that you guys keep inviting to stuff.
Yes.
There's more people in this content creation world that sometimes make even better content.
And on top of that, there are plenty of content creators that have 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 followers that have never been invited to anything, have never gotten to do anything. So don't even tell me that, oh, it's about the following, that you have to have an audience. There's plenty of people on TikTok, on Instagram, that have the following, they just never have gotten the attention. More so than the 4.5 people that have gotten invited to every single race by every single freaking team, even when they're not a fan of that team.
Like, I get that, oh my god, guys, like, it's either the influencer or, like, a white old man going into, like, those tickets. It doesn't matter. Like, at least make it somebody that you know is gonna make really good content out of it. That is gonna take the opportunity and it's gonna have a great time and they're actually a fan and they're actually enjoying it. Like, I'm so tired. Long Beach weekend had me heated. I was like, half of these people they don't even know who these drivers are. They don't even know what these IndyCars do. And it's frustrating. And yes, hey, I know that a lot of people have fought for their opportunities, but I'm tired of seeing the same three people. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. And even then, I'm like, I see other content creators that I'm like, oh my god, she's definitely gonna get invited. Like her content is super cool. Everything is like super like fresh. Like I enjoy watching this content creator. And then the content creator will be like, nothing. Like I didn't get invited. I didn't even like get an opportunity. I didn't even like get an email. I didn't even like anything. Which, guys, you might think that this comes out of jealousy, but it's also like we go to these races, so it's kind of like, dude, I see the same people over and over again.
Yeah. No, and I think that's kind of it, is that like I am happy to still buy the ticket. Like if
Yeah,
I want to go to a race
I
and
will buy the ticket and go.
I'm not invited, I'm not asked to make content, I didn't get a media pass, I will still buy the ticket and go if I can. Obviously, there's barriers to that as well. But and I think that's kind of one of my issues that become with a lot of the content creators is that they're kind of like, well, if I'm not getting invited, I'm not going.
Like if I'm not getting paid to do content, I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna.
going. And it's like, well, I don't think you like motorsports then. Like
I don't think
part of
you like it.
like if you can't go and buy the ticket and go as a fan because you're not going to have a good time because you're not getting paid or you're not getting special treatment, do you like the sport?
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I want to know because that's become a big thing too. Is a lot of people have been like, well, like I didn't get approved for a media pass, I didn't get invited, or the team, I got ghosted at the last minute, so now I'm not going. And it's like, some of these races are cheap. You can buy a general admission ticket for $70.
Which it ain't that cheap, but it's like in an okay
Yeah.
range. Like,
In the grand scheme of racing tickets, $70 is cheap.
yeah.
um,
But like, I feel like we're losing that essence. Like everybody's
yeah.
like, oh, content creation this, TikTok that. That you forget that at the end of the day, we're all just racing. We
And
love the racing. We love motorsports. Like
yeah,
I would buy the ticket. I would do it.
I think that's kind of a segue off of that I was feeling in Long Beach, especially when I was trying to pack for Long Beach, is like dressing for races now has
Such a
become
pain.
so unfortunately stressful. Like I used to put on a pair of jean shorts and a t-shirt and I was good to go. And now I'm trying not to cry in front of my suitcase because I hate all my clothes and I don't know how to dress myself and someone decided to call me fat in St. Pete.
Lord
Um
drop.
Laura drop. And I think I really worked with myself in Long Beach to kind of go back a little bit to being like, just put on shorts and a t-shirt, babe. It's okay.
And
Like,
it worked because you were everywhere.
yeah.
But
Um,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like again it goes on to like it being like always the same girls that you know that are privileged because they are privileged. I'm sorry, you cannot tell me that they're struggling because they're not. Financially, they're fine. They're okay. And it's because of those type of people. It's also because of how everybody in social media goes judging so hard. You know, one person that I really do love because they will say it all the time is Emily. Like Emily talks Emily talks racing. I think that's the user. I love that she says like I'm an outfit repeater. Like I'm not ashamed of that. And I was like, you know what, babe? Yes, I've seen your black dress 10 times, but I love it. I'm a big fan of that black dress. You look really cute. And honestly, that's super good that you are saying that because it's so hard to dress for races now. Like I was thinking about the month of May, I'm like, there's so many things going on. Like there's Sunset weekend, then there's quality, then there's practice, then there's this that. I'm gonna go broke. I'm gonna end up shopping at the Goodwill, which I already do. A lot of my outfits some from a thrift store. But it's like, bro, it's so disheartening. Like, I'm just gonna start wearing whatever I want.
Which, and I mean, like, I don't know, wear whatever you want, and, like, if you like to dress up, dress up. Like, but I think it becomes, like, this weird competition, too, where it's like, if you're not dressed up, then you're on the outside all of a sudden. Like, you know, like, and I felt that there's a couple groups of individuals in IndyCar that are friends, and I've felt very, like, on the outside of them. And sometimes it does feel like that, where it's like they, you know, they're going to post their outfits online and they want to look good and they want to post their group photos, but then it's like, well, shoot, like, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and all of them are in, like, little skirts and dresses and boots and like, the matching purse and the matching, and, you know, like, none of them are wearing a hat. No one wears a hat to races anymore. 40 billion hats sold, not a single hat on a head, let me tell you. And I don't know, and then it makes you feel like on the outside of it a little bit too, where if, like, you're not in that uniform, you're not a part of the girlies. And it's like, well, I want to be a part of the girlies, but I also, like, sometimes we're at the track for 12 hours a day. I don't want to be in...
I feel like for us, Texas was the exception. Like, Texas for us was like, we needed to dress up, we look cute, like, but I remember, like, by the third day, we were like, like, I am over this. Like,
yeah.
Like, by the third day, we were all looking.
I am sunburned. The wind is going 30 miles an hour. My feet hurt from being in these boots.
Yeah, which we look super cute.
Yeah, we looked good.
The pictures were so cute and everything. But then you're destroyed on race day. You're like,
yeah.
Like, the same for Daytona. Like, when we did Daytona, midday, we were like, okay, I'm changing out this.
We were in sweatpants. But
yeah, we were in sweatpants. We were like,
we
I'm so over this. We were in sneakers. Like, we were over it. Like, I don't know how, which, I mean, talent for them. Props to them for being on these outfits for so long. But also, they sit in, like, hospitalities. Or the media center. Oh my god, when you said that thing of, like, if you don't look a certain way, like, you're not part of the girlies. Like, oh my god, when I went to the Indy race here for IMSA, it was Battle on the Bricks. Everybody looked so chill, right? And then I posted one picture of me, like, not being in a really cute outfit. Like, I literally only had, like, a tank top and then shorts. But we're in Indiana. It was mid-September. The sun was blaring. I was sunburned. I was not having a grand old time. My like, likes and everything, if you compare them to the ones where I dressed up and I, like, got really cute and all this stuff, let's say I got 30 likes from that one outfit pictures, and then when I dressed up, boom, I had so many likes, so many things. And I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, are we here for, like, racing, or are we here for the fashion show? Like, I'm confused. And I feel so bad because I was like, guys, it's hot outside. I'm in a tank top. I'm in shorts. I'm in my little sneakers.
You're in completely normal clothing.
Yeah, like, I'm in completely normal clothing. I have my little IMSA hat, so I was wearing something. But, like, at the end of the day, zero attention on that. And I was, like, I was making blogs talking about the teams, talking about all these cool things about racing. So at the end of the day, are we here for racing? Or are we here for just, like, the aesthetics of it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that out to the audience.
So this is the Formation Yap. I'm Kira, Fast Car Kira, Instagram and TikTok.
And I am Viv. Viv Talks Fast Cars on Instagram and TikTok.
We are the Formation Yap, Formation Yap Pod, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. And wear whatever you want to race. We'll see you next week. Bye! Bye! Have fun in Miami. If you're going to Miami, we're not.
Woo! We're not.